Hi, I'm Rob Parsons, Practice Director for Network and Security here at Insight. Today I have with me JJ Safer, Practice Development Manager around security. And what we're going to be doing is really diving the next layer into cloud security. Earlier we talked about the modern edge and really the changes that our clients are going through as that edge extends into cloud environments. So really huge changes for them as they change their culture around security. But JJ, let's talk a little bit about the adoption that our clients are going through of cloud security tool sets to be able to help them into the next wave of technology.
Sure, Rob. No, thank you for that. Well, with the adoption of the cloud, which has been, pretty amazing and extraordinary, with that is now the security concerns. So, we've had a lot of people, a lot of our customers, majority of them, have adopted the cloud pretty significantly, so much so that they've adopted multiple cloud service providers. And with that, there's additional complexity and such. And so, what they've realized is not only is the cloud amazing, it can do all these things that they couldn't do before, makes them elastic, they can stand things up, dynamic, it's all of that stuff is proven and it's been successful. But what they've realized, especially the ones that have gone into multi-cloud, is that there's security issues, there's visibility issues, there's control, there's identity and access management, issues. And being in one, cloud provider is one thing, and that's, potentially kind of hard enough because, again, you don't have hands-on, to those environments. What you have access to is what they provide. And so you're very limited, but when you add a second or a third cloud provider, well, whatever you did here, won't work here. And whatever you did here won't work here. So what's really driving the adoption is successful cloud implementations, but with that complexity gives, a lack of security and visibility and control. And so that's what we are focusing on with a lot of our customers right now is they've done cloud, they've been successful at it. Now they need to ensure that it's secure.
So the scope of cloud security is really wide-ranging, but how do you kind of box that up into different categories so it's maybe a little bit more consumable for somebody that's newer to the adoption? And we know that adoption is coming because cloud security makes it so much more simple to span those different cloud environments. But how do we break it down a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, so, one thing that we have to do with our customers when they're trying to figure out, okay, how do you secure the cloud is like, well, what is your cloud? What are you using? Because cloud used to just be maybe a VM, a VM that's hosted in the cloud, and that was really primarily what it consisted of, and that's, architecture, cloud architecture. But it's expanded so far beyond that, so, now we actually have, you have these Kubernetes, which are kind of like VMs, but they're dynamic, and they can actually be controlled with your DevOps group potentially, and not even security or the IT group. So, the eyes on is extremely difficult. So you've got that. Then you have just the edge pieces, right? Is SASE, a SASE cloud solution. That now comes into play in terms of cloud adoption and visibility and control. And then the other piece of this is DevOps. So application and solution creation is now being done across multiple cloud service providers. So, that entire piece, which used to be done in-house, they're now realizing the power and the capabilities of plugging that into these cloud resources. But every time that they do that, it involves additional complexity and unique scenarios for each cloud provider that then, need to be addressed specifically, from the security perspective.
All fantastic points. It really triggers for me a client that we helped around cloud security. And it was really an emergency response organization that started with adopting a cloud networking strategy. And they put that cloud network in place and quickly realized that the cloud was the way to go for security as well, to be able to abstract from their physical environment, but also gain visibility into the extents of where they defined their perimeter, defined their edge. So some really great outcomes that we were able to drive for this organization, from that transition to a cloud network environment and then into a security infrastructure leveraging Palo Alto that ultimately helped them to reduce the amount of effort in their environment while getting an incredibly secure environment. So if we go back to the modern edge, we talk about the seamless access from everywhere. We talk about the optimization of connectivity, and we talk about complete security. And they really hit all those points, and cloud security was a big part of them being able to get there. So, JJ, I think about, Palo Alto playing such a big part of that. I know they've got a specific cloud security solution. Can you give me some more details around that and how that's helping clients to really take the next step here?
Sure, Rob, yes. And so from Palo's perspective, Palo's solution is called Prisma Cloud. And it's born from a number of different solutions that they've put together. And it truly stands alone in terms of its capabilities and functions. So it's very exciting in terms of what it's able to do. Most importantly, Palo's always been about visibility. And they now offer that with this solution, across a customer's entire cloud environment. They're able to see everything. So all those issues, it all comes to the surface. But then it's got, again, with Palo and what they've done in the past, the ability to set policy, to control all that in all those environments. And it even takes it further. It goes actually into identity and access management, and actually into your DevOps release cycles in terms of code analysis. So it's really extraordinary in terms of what it can do and what it can offer our customers. So we're really, really excited about it, just because we're able to now, do something for our customer that's legitimate, it's real, it has true value, and it delivers across all of those concerns in the cloud environment. And really excited is that now, using Prisma Cloud, we've got this incredible assessment process. So we'll do a cloud risk assessment, for our customers using Prisma Cloud, and it's a very simple 3-day process. Where the first day we basically have a kickoff meeting and talk about what's going to happen. Then we connect it to the cloud environments. And then the second day, it collects the information. It's about 24 hours. And then on the third day, we're actually ready to discuss the results and the findings. So it's very exciting. It's extremely illuminating. And it really allows our customers to have some really meaningful and engaging conversations about, where are they in their cloud security, the adoption of it, and, what are some of the issues that they need to address.
JJ, that's fantastic. The way that we're helping clients, but also the outcomes that we're driving. So I'm really excited about how all this fits into the modern edge. So for those of you watching, if you didn't get a chance, check out the other session around the modern edge, detailing the framework that cloud security is obviously a very core component to. But really excited how we're helping our clients. And thank you for joining me today. This has been great, and looking forward to doing it again.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks.